And welcome to 2MBC. This is the Tamana Show. This is the men's space. My name is Tamana and I am joined by my co-host Dave. Dave, say hello.
Hello everybody, good to be here.
Thanks for coming on the show, mate. Where did you travel from?
Travelled from the Blue Mountains today. I was up there with my daughter and it was good stuff. So nice to be. A bit of traffic, but we got here okay.
Awesome. We've got a special show today. The men's space will go for an actual hour today. So the men's space actually is going to take over our normal broadcast. And I thought we would take this time to let you guys know that we have a special guest in the room, Jim Raptis from the men's table. Let's give Jim a round of applause there, Dave. Jim, how are you today, mate?
I'm really well, thank you, Tamana and Dave. Thank you for having me here.
All good. Thanks for coming on the show today. This is the first time we've done anything like this, Dave. How are you feeling?
Yeah, pretty confident. I reckon you and I are pretty good at just winging things and getting them together.
Yeah.
We got here with about 5 minutes to set up, so looks pretty good to me. We've got this covered.
Awesome, mate. I'm actually looking forward to this. Jim, you're actually our very first guest that we've had externally. So hopefully you feel
I feel really privileged.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Awesome. Usually when we do have guests, though, we get them to do a song. Did you want to do a song? Or
I think you probably want to keep your listeners, don't you?
He's good. Awesome. Jim, we're just going to ask you a few men's space questions, if you don't mind. Bit of a get to know you.
Yeah.
Dave got the questions here, mate, and we'll go one each. Do you want to go the first one, mate?
Yeah. So probably the most important question, do you follow AFL or do you follow NRL?
I'm a local to Canterbury, mate, so I follow NRL and I follow the Bulldogs.
Nice, good answer.
Great. Next question, Jim. Mowing the lawns or are you paying someone to do it for you?
I'm fortunate I actually live in an apartment, so there's no lawn to mow.
Oh, nice. I like that answer. Very good. Saving a lot of money.
All right, so are you a pie or a sausage roll man?
Ooh, I like both. If I had to choose, I'd probably choose a sausage roll.
Yep.
Yeah, we actually had a special meal at Canterbury Boys High. It was a sausage roll inside a buttered roll with sauce.
Oh, wow.
Very nice. Yeah, that was very good. Okay, when it comes to parking front end or are you a reverse parker?
Or I think I have more control if I reverse park.
Yeah, nice.
All right, so last but not least, the man hobby, golf, fishing or camping?
I've done all of those, and I think the only one that I could say I've done consistently as a hobby probably be the golf. Although I don't do it now, I haven't done it for years.
I was about to ask you, what's your handicap?
Yeah, my own. I am my own handicap.
Nice. Any courses that you want to name that you've kind of been at recently in and around Sydney or internationally or
courses?
Yeah.
Golf courses, you mean? No, when I was playing regularly, it used to be the Hurstville Golf Course. I think it's located at I can't remember now.
Yeah.
But it's just the council course.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. No, great. Definitely good to get to know you, Jim, and obviously we'll definitely hear more about more from Jim and the men's table. But I think it'd be time to just go for a quick song. And thank you again, listeners, for tuning into 2MBC 90.1. We hope you stay tuned because we're going to be hearing a lot more from Jim about the men's table and the amazing impact that has on our men in Sydney today. So we'll be back right after this song. Jim, obviously you represent an amazing initiative, an amazing organisation called the Men's Table, and it's something that me and Dave have just discovered recently, and we think you do a lot of amazing work with men. And again, mate, it's awesome to know that there's a lot of amazing initiatives out there that support men and the men's space, men's community, really getting alongside these blokes and, just, I guess, creating an initiative where men understand that we need each other, right? Jim, did you want to tell us about the men's table and kind of where it birthed from for you?
Sure. Okay. So the men's table originally was one table. A group of guys from a business networking group. They decided that they wanted to have a conversation every month, which was heart to heart. Didn't involve business, didn't involve politics, religion, just about what's going on in everyday life. And they found they had a lot of stuff in common, and having that sort of connection every month, they'd sit down over dinner and have this really meaningful conversation, and they all benefited from it. And that was back in 2011, and after doing that for about 7 years, a couple of them thought, hey, we must expand this to more men. We've got a really good initiative here. Let's make it available to more men. So they formed a non-for-profit organisation in 2018, and from about 2019 till now, we've created about 300 tables across the country.
Wow, 300 tables.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Each table's got their own sort of meeting cycle. They're about 10 to 12 men per table, and they get together every month and have dinner at a venue with a private room, so they're separated from the rest of the public, so no one's going to overhear them. And it's a confidential space where men can feel comfortable. There's no judgment there either. We've got a set of guidelines which makes the whole process sort of respectful for everyone and also beneficial. And hopefully they all get something positive out of it. They must, because they keep coming back.
Yeah. So when you say you've got a set of guidelines, could you go into maybe a little bit more detail about that?
Yeah, sure. So one of the key aspects of the men's table is we go beyond banter. So that's so to go beyond banter, we've got to be able to be confident that people are going to keep the stories confidential. So we don't get anything signed by anyone. We just have a gentleman's agreement at the table. Yep. Whatever's talked about there stays at the table. And that gives men the comfort that they can open up about something that's very personal. And as well as that, there's no judgment at the men's table. So that's the other thing that gives them comfort, that they're not going to be judged by anything they say. So anything that might be embarrassing, that they feel awkward telling their mates, they can have the comfort at the men's table. They can talk about that. Another part of our guidelines is to be consistent in your attendance, because you can't develop the rapport with the other guys if you're sort of dropping in and out. If you're there attending regularly, you get to see the guys every month. They see you every month. You develop that rapport, and the trust develops. And when you've got that trust, the quality of the stories that get shared at the men's table are better as well. Yeah.
When the name, actually, I love the men's table.
Yeah.
Where did that originate from?
I think it just came from the original 12 guys that started the first one. They thought, we're sitting down for dinner. Let's call it the men's table.
Yeah, kept it simple, right? Yeah. I've got another question here for you, Jim, and thanks so much. I think it actually absolutely makes sense. Is there a certain reason why it's just 12? Is that just you kind of find 13 kind of gets a bit rowdy, and then when you get into the 20s, everyone's just kind of...
It's got to be a decent number that where everyone can have enough diversity across the table, and also as well, we don't want to get too big because everyone wants to have a fair share of the time.
Right.
So you roughly, in a group of, say, 12 men, over 2 hours, you'll have roughly 10 minutes per person to share. Now, nobody sits there with a stopwatch to time anyone. It's kind of like, you've got roughly 10 minutes. If someone's really got a really serious story that they need to express in more time, we never stop them early. We'll never give them a bit more time. And the people that don't have as much to share that month will just cut back their share. But we try to keep it to 2 hours.
Yeah.
And if you have more than 12, it kind of makes it a bit difficult to give everyone a decent amount of time.
Yeah, awesome. I'll go a question. Why do you think? Because obviously you sound like you've been involved in this space for quite some time. Why do you think it's important that men have a place to talk openly about anything that they're going through?
People say men aren't vulnerable. That men can be vulnerable, and they actually want to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
But the circumstances have got to be right for them.
Yeah.
They need a place where they can talk about their ups and downs and get things off the chest if they have to. Or maybe they've got good news to share and they've just got no one to tell it to in life, and they just want a space where they can go talk about their grandkids and whatever it is that gives them joy. But having that sort of right environment where it's not a pub environment where there's a lot of banter and backslapping and rowdy behaviour. It's a place where men can be heard, Like I said, it's confidential, so they know that if they've got something embarrassing they want to talk about, they can do that. No one's going to judge them, and no one's going to repeat their story beyond that. So creating the right circumstances allows men to be vulnerable. Now, this is something that women do very naturally. They're much more advanced than us, I've got to say.
Right,
yeah. But hopefully over time we can change that with men, one man at a time, encouraging them to have that open conversation.
Yeah. You mentioned actually one thing that stood out to me was it's a lot more than banter.
Yeah.
And I think because banter obviously can sometimes be surface level, right, Dave? Like we just have a joke and how you feeling? Yeah, I'm feeling all right. And it's like, oh yeah, good man. Like, but sometimes just even that response of, yeah, I'm just feeling all right. It's not good or it's not great, and I think sometimes we, as guys, we can sometimes just push or just kind of we can just leave it and not kind of go deep because we just feel like you're not my psychologist, right?
That's right. It's very much a deflection.
Yes. Yeah. You want to talk into that a bit more, like just in terms of kind of like I like how you're pushing it away from banter, which guys are so good at doing.
Yeah.
And kind of talk about more, kind of really opening up that place where guys can go deep.
Sure. So we encourage the guys to talk in I statements. It's talking about themselves, and not just like I went to the park and I went to work and that's what happened. But how did you feel about it? Did you go to the park and you can say that I just chilled out with nature and it relieved my stress. Getting into the real nitty gritty of connecting with our feelings. When we connect with our feelings, we can actually solve problems. And each man's got to solve their own problems. We don't solve anyone's problems at the men's table.
That's right.
But connecting with our feelings and naming them is really a big part of psychology.
Yeah.
Why do you think that men can't be vulnerable, or they don't choose to be vulnerable? Do you think it's something that's passed down through the generations? Do you think it might be something that we're just inherently taught, or the examples we're given? What do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think it's this stoicism about being tough. It's something that we're always taught to just suck it up, be tough, don't show emotion, be a man.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's served society in the past, but today I think there's so much more going on in life that you can't just suck it up sometimes and be tough. You can be overwhelmed if you try to do that, and but having a place where you can let it out is really beneficial.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. For our viewers out there, we are talking the men's space, and we're going to talk to Jim Raptis from the men's table, and we hope that you've been really enjoying it. You can give us a call on 9534 2888 and give us feedback on the show if you're enjoying it. We're going to go to a song really quick, but we will be back for more from Jim and the men's table, and we hope that you've been enjoying it. So we'll be back right after this break. Stay tuned and don't change that dial.